Welcome back to the 12th Armored Division Memorial Museum. Today we will be starting a series on the history of our military. As a museum about the Army in World War II, we don't want to take for granted that you, our viewers, know about the history of our military. So we will have 5 videos following this one in the series talking about the 5 services that had an impact on World War II. This is yet another way for us to set the stage of telling the story of World War II as we tell you about the history of the military and how and when it came to be. To begin with, we will have to go back to the colonial time period for the first 4 of the 5 services we will be talking about that all played a direct role in World War II. While the colonial period in American history can be simplified into the years 1492 through 1763, that is not the end of it. Far from it. Our first known colony in the North American area was founded at Jamestown, Virginia in 1607. Many of the people who settled in the New World came to escape religious persecution. The Pilgrims, founders of Plymouth, Massachusetts, arrived in 1620. New World grains, such as corn, kept the colonists from starving, while in Virginia, tobacco provided a valuable cash crop. By 1770, more than 2 million people lived and worked in Great Britain's 13 North American colonies. It was the fact that the colonies in North America were ruled by a power outside its borders that things began to be difficult. Taxation without representation and no internal work to make the colonies better were just some of the reasons for unrest. One more important fact to consider, the colonists had come from many European countries where there were a standing army and navy used by a king to threaten and harm private citizens. Many men also feared conscription, that is, compulsory enlistment for state service, typically into the armed forces. The colonists remembered all of this and were more in favor of a citizen soldier, one who worked in the community to support himself and then, when needed, would come to the rally point. Now, this sounds good in theory, but the reality proved to be very painful. Men who were farmers their whole life knew nothing of marching, following orders, and guns, and neither did shopkeepers. And how could this work for a navy? It is because of the split from Great Britain that the colonies, later Americans, had to decide for themselves that a military was a worthwhile investment and that having one didn't set them up for failure or persecution as it had in their former countries. On the contrary, we hope to show how we continue to excel in innovation and in precedents set by our veteran countrymen.